going, city builders? I am Jake, your resident architect, and welcome to Cities by Jake. Today we are going to be finishing out filling in our downtown area with some commercial, office space, and medium density housing right here in the City of Magnolia in City Skylines 2. But before we get started, the channel has reached its first milestone by crossing 500 subscribers. Thank you so much for tuning in and being a part of this journey together. This is only beginning, and I hope to make many more of these shoutouts in the future. If you like the City of Magnolia, please give this video a like, and if you're new here, make sure you subscribe to the channel and ring that bell icon to be notified when a new episode comes out. Alright, with that, let's get into it. Alright, so the area that we're going to be working on is this area in particular. We're going to do a little park here. I feel like that's going to be the most logical thing to do. Here we might... no. We're going to probably extend this out and do a park here as well. But we're going to fill this in kind of similar to what we did over here. And then we'll probably start filling in this area as well. And then I want to fill in this area a little bit with some density, with some medium density, maybe some apartments or commercial space through here. And then if we have time, we might start expanding out into here, but I really just want to focus on filling in the rest of this island. So there are two buildings that I want to make sure that we incorporate into this area, and one of them is the fire station. I want to make sure we get that in here so that we only have a firehouse through here, and we just have some fire towers, and this area needs it. As you can see, this coverage right here is really bad, and even in here it's pretty bad. So if we add a fire station, it should work and should kind of fill in this area, and then we can probably fill in another fire station over into here with our suburbs that we do eventually get to. And then the other building that I want to make sure that we get is a welfare office. We need to focus on getting that in as well. Really struggling. As you can see, there's a lot of red over through here. So those are the two buildings that I want to focus on. We'll probably get that welfare office in here, and then we'll do a fire station. Actually, no, we'll probably get the fire station in Parkdale, and then we'll do Bedford End, probably the welfare office, just because it's not close to this one over here. We can kind of get in here, and it will hopefully cover all of this, and then any homes that we put down in here it should be able to cover. So that's the plan for today's episode. And yeah, so we'll have to get some roads in, and I don't know if I want to copy this kind of layout. I might bring this in, but I might kind of switch up the way things go just to kind of get a little bit more uniqueness, kind of like how I did this. I switched up this area, just to kind of switch things up so it's not a big grid and you can kind of play around with it a little bit. But what I first need to do is I need to fix this. This was just a temporary solution, and now that we're actually going to be designing it, I want to probably curve it a little better. Maybe bring the curve in this, or curve it, kind of do like a little S curve. It just looks funny right now. So grab our road tool, 2-lane, and then we'll do a continuous. That didn't work. That's probably a lot. That looks a lot better. It's probably the best that we're going to do. So let's get our alleyway road so that we can kind of lay out this structured grid a little bit better. So I want to bring this road through here. connect it right there. But then I want to leave this blank because what I want to do is put let's do this. Grab that. Bring that down right there, and then this is where our fire station will be. It'll be off this main strip and kind of we'll probably put it on this strip right here, so we might do another road through here. So let's place it so that we kind of know what we're working with. So if we did that, let's see our upgrades. I want to do the garage extension. Let's just upgrade the majority of this. I don't want to do that actually. I want to keep this uniqueness to it. So if we bring a road it's not gonna work. A parking lot there. So what we can do actually is we can get a pathway. Let's something like that. Then we can have some medium density homes along through here. Yeah. And then what we can do is to kind of break up this grid. Go here, here, and let's connect that, and hopefully that doesn't really screw things up. It probably will, but I kind of want to bring that through here, kind of create a disconnect, and can do the same thing and bring it over. And run this road up the middle. Through there. Then I want to check. So let's get our welfare and then, okay. Looks like it'll be able to fit through here. Put that right there. That way we can grab our road, drag it all the way across. Turn in off. 90. On. Same thing through here. Make sure we're not going on any. We'll leave it like that, and then we'll probably do similar to what we did to the fire station. Break this up. All right, so then I kind of broke up the grid, the straight line grid through here to kind of space it up a little bit. Probably grab this alleyway and bring it right there. And then that will probably be good through here. I think, look, I still don't know what I'm going to do through here. I might do another road, but I might leave it like that. I know I said I kind of wanted to split this up, but I think we're just going to leave it like this. Yeah, we're just going to leave it like this, and I might bring this road through here, and we'll leave. So I'll probably have to go through, when I start zoning out this area, I'll probably have to go through and clean up, you know, a lot of this zoned area, so that we can probably get, probably just get everything off, unless it's a corner, like mixed use housing or commercial, get everything off Wood Street, Sunset Street, obviously Concord Street. We'll probably have a lot of the front facing commercial area, and we'll start to kind of like mix in some high density with low density commercial. We'll probably do some smaller office spaces in through here, and then like I said earlier, we'll do a lot of row houses through here as well, but then we'll just get a lot of those buildings off of these streets. This might be a good spot for a lot of commercial and office space, just because of you have a Spring Street right here, and then you have another Magnolia Street, which I feel like there's a Magnolia Street all over this the city. Okay, so one thing that we probably should do is we should definitely have a elementary school in through here. Like, you know, that we are well below. We have 20,000 of eligible students in here, so we probably should get one. And I want to put it closer to the welfare office, just because it's the size of it fits a lot better than if we put it closer to here. So I want to put that right here. And let's actually relocate this. Oh, turn off snapping. Okay, so that, I guess it's snapping there. And what I think I'm gonna do is delete this portion of road here, and we'll just extend this road here. Kind of like stop right here, which might not really break everything, but cause a little bit of uniqueness, I guess, where we can kind of break up the grid a little bit with that. And that way we can expand this, maybe. No, we'll leave it. That, and then we'll probably put some more playgrounds when we do our detailing, but I might kind of like play around with the location of that as well. Let's go back to our education. We are teetering on the high school, and we can definitely use a college. Maybe that's a good spot to put in here as well. College, high school is a little big, so maybe we can put a high school over here somewhere. And then the college. Again, fairly large, so maybe I don't want to put it right there. So again, maybe that's something we place over here. We need to figure this out soon. Yeah. Look at that, already 1,500. So I'm just gonna go ahead and zone out all of this area and be right back. All right, Future Jake here. Unfortunately, during this recording, when I was recording the episode, I actually got to a point where I zoned all of this area out, and all of a sudden my game's UI just disappeared and I couldn't get it back. So this was before I saved, and I had to force quit and lost everything. So after you see these roads, if it's not exactly like it is after talking and designing this, that's just kind of FYI, that's what happened. So I kind of tried to recreate everything based off of memory, but yeah, so that was the unfortunate event that happened. So we lost about an hour and a half's worth of work, but yeah, so that's what happened. So if you notice some slight variations, it's not me changing things off camera, it's an unfortunate event that happened with my recording and save. And back to it.
Start it up.
right, so we are back, and I went ahead and zoned all of this out. Added some parking lots, added a lot of parks and such. Right here is a lot of low density housing, and just because the highway, that's probably the best fit for it. And we were running into a little bit of bottlenecking issue with the electrical grid, so I added a transform station right here and tucked another one back here. We'll add a lot of trees into the detailing portion of this, but yeah, so doesn't look as good as this, honestly. Maybe I can save it a little bit when I do the detailing portion of it, but for now, yeah. I want to move on to the park area. What we're gonna do here is I'm gonna kind of clean this a little. This area was a little rushed from it, but I want to clean this up, add a little path kind of here. We'll add some parking and another parking over here, and then probably add like a basketball court, tennis court, just so those probably be the only amenities when we get into the detailing portion of this area. We will add some like gazebos and all of that stuff. So let's grab our leveling tool, and first need to level this out. And what I want to do is I want to sort of just do this. Then I want to go to 2/3. Yeah. So here, just level over here. Bring it to there. Level this out, continue it on. Might as well just do that. Then what we'll do, let's smooth this edge here. Move this edge out. Also, this. Smooth that out. We're gonna do at that level and then flow that up. Oh, there. I want to add the parking and basketball and tennis court. So we'll put a parking lot over here. Got a parking lot right there. And then we will grab another road. Drag it right there. Do parking right to there. Then let's grab our parks, sports parks. Let's do over here. Let's actually do tennis court and maybe a community pool. Let's see how that. Yeah, let's do that. Then what we'll do now that I did that, kind of a little bit of a level out, so have our path go along here. Level that out. That. Okay. Then let's go back to here and then we'll do a basketball court. Let's do another tennis court over here. Perfect. So then the rest we'll just do some pathways. Going to here. Want to start forever continuous, and let's turn air and keep off for this. Let's just be a little random with it. Not so random over here. We made that path go right there, so that oh. Something like that. And then we grab right here, loop back to there. Let's go under. And let's just leave it right there for now. I'm not going to use all of this as green. I'll probably bring a road through here so that we can start developing over here as well. I want to bring a path up there, and I want to kind of do the pockets through here. Then we'll do some more kind of sprinkling. That's even a word here. I like that. So then when we get into our detailing, we're gonna detail this edge out with all the rocks, is similar to what we did over here, and then we'll add our gazebos and other details using developer mode when we get to that portion of the episode. Everything is finally built out, and this is already level 3. So the only thing that I wanted to do next is kind of develop this area out. And then we can go in, and at the end of this episode, we'll go in and do all of our detailing. Oh, this is going to be a little tricky because I don't really know how we're gonna do this. I think the only thing that works is we can probably do a little bit of commercial in this area, and then maybe we do some low density housing down through here. Let me go into our landscaping tools, because if I remember correctly, there is a water spawn right here, so we can't really do a lot of leveling. So let's open up our water. So we have one right here. Go here. Might as well just we can push it over a little bit. Do that. Grab that as well. You know what? Let's just do this. So, given that that's really close, we'll probably have to do some downtown over here, and then we'll probably continue this style over through here. And once we cross, we'll start to get to our low density housing and just commercial. Let's grab our roads tools. Let's grab our tour. I want to do here. We'll have to level this out a little bit. Okay, so that way we can kind of create like a small little development through here. This doesn't look... I think this is straight. Let me fix this a little bit and see if I can get it to be... Okay. Maybe it's just because of the hill. Makes it look a little weird. I don't know how I feel about this, but this should be fine. I don't think I'm actually going to develop here. It's maybe going to be kind of throughout in here, this area. Let me double check the contours. Yeah, so maybe we just do... something like that, and then we'll leave this alone, and we'll kind of develop in through here as well. And then now let's check to see how things are going over here. So this is relatively flat, which means we probably should develop in here. Let's do something like this. And I'm probably gonna redo this road. We'll probably just stretch it through here and kind of realign this area just so it kind of makes a little bit more sense and we're not having this junction over here. So this split is actually probably fine so that we can have a neighborhood development in through here, and then we can do our commercial along this strip, and then we can have this buffer and then do some neighborhood development in through here, and then probably back here as well, and then we'll just leave the rest of this tree in fill. So this is probably the best that we're gonna do, and again, I don't know how I feel about this. Let me just delete it so I don't zone onto there, and then depending on how this looks after we even detail all of it, then we might add a few more things over here. Alright, so I am going to hit play again, and I'm going to zone out this area, and hopefully it turns out okay. Again, kind of just eyeballing this, and I didn't really have a plan too much for this area. I was kind of hoping this would start to branch out away from the higher density, and then we start to get into the low density over here, but I don't know how that is going to turn out. So I'm just going to go ahead and zone and be right back. So I've been playing around with this, not sure how it feels. Again, if I kind of go in detail, I already started detail a little bit. I added some hills up and through here to kind of fill in that void of emptiness. I didn't really want to put a lot of building density in through here, so I figured why not just kind of raise up some hills and make it seem like this development was carved, and then I added one lone high density tower to kind of make it seem like it's starting to blend in with the surrounding. I might go in and do like a smaller high density tower down here for an office space, or in through here, but that's probably, I'm not going to do a lot of high density through here. And while we're at it, yeah, so let's add all and add a small bar right there. We still have some awkward gaps right here, but I think what I might end up doing when I go into detail is really densify this brush, and we could probably throw in a little paths as well, but really start to densify these trees, brush here. Then obviously I got rid of all the tree here because I do have plans to detail this area out a little better. So I needed to remove the trees so that I can see it. But yeah, I think it blends in a little. I think it blends in really well with, you have the hills kind of filling in there, and then you just have a bunch of medium density buildings, whether it's, identically high density commercial or medium density residential, and mixed use development in through here. Kind of that brings that Milltown vibe that I was going for, especially down in here. A really small town, rural town-esque. I think that will kind of blend it into the city, and then you'll get into some really low density, dense suburban sprawl right through here. My plan. And I think once we get that up through here, then this will all really start to blend in with one another. So the only thing left to do now is to detail everything out. We're gonna just go ahead and detail all of this, then do a little bit more detailing with the park. We'll detail all of this out and probably call it a day. So I'm going to do that and be right back. Alright, so I got this area 90% detailed. I just still need to go into developer mode and add a few more details, like adding some parking and some dumpsters through here, adding some fountains. And what I wanted to do with this is I wanted to reserve this spot as a potential developer mode expansion, not expansion, development. So I'm thinking I'm gonna make this like a construction site, as this is still kind of deli, just to give it a little bit more added detail. But yeah, so I still need to do that, and then I still obviously need to continue over through here, and that will also have to include developer mode. That's why I'm kind of like holding off doing this. I want to get most of the non-developer mode detailed out, and I still haven't touched this area, which I'm probably only going to do minor changes, probably into here, like add a park, add some park details. So that will probably be also developer mode 2. But yeah, really like how this is turning out. And if you noticed, we reached the cap of how much money we can make. That's pretty cool, I guess. But yeah, I really like how this area turned. Oh, this is probably going to be the most dense area. I don't know. I'm probably never going to upzone any of this. I might just kind of rezone some of the stuff, but this is probably where the density will live in through here. And then we'll start to slowly branch out back through here, kind of similar to what we did over here. So I think I'm actually going to do all of this developer mode detailing off camera. It's basically just kind of what we did, similar to this area, just adding some non-working parking lots and back here, just to get some more detail in these back alleys. So you've already seen that, and it gets a little repetitive since we just did a huge detailing of this area, so it gets a little repetitive. So I'm not going to do that. So I guess we'll just move on, and I will get the detailing using developer mode for this park. So we'll have to connect it to here, and I did end up connecting this park kind of through here. This low income, low rent housing development through here. I just added, kind of brought this path here to connect it, just to give it a little bit more of that continuity that we talked about, it so that it kind of blends in a little better. Okay, so we're gonna work on this park next, and we're just gonna do some minor detailing. I want to connect park through here. I'm probably gonna wrap it around well, just so we can utilize all of this space. And then we're gonna go into developer mode, and we will add some gazebos, add the rocky edge similar to what we had on the other side, all the way probably around through here as well. So let's work on the path first. And I want to connection right there. Gonna bring it up. 6% slope is pretty steep, but oh well. Then we'll connect it through there, and then okay, jagged, and then let's connection. And again, 9% slope is very steep, but that's fine, I guess. Okay, so we are going to use developer mode, and then let's which I don't like these one. Oh, two. I'm gonna put one right there. One right here. Here. And let's put one in this corner, and then let's put one right here. And then we'll put one right here. Let's add one there. Another one. Let's add we're gonna add a few benches. Make sure I'm picking a good one. That one. Look at that, people are already using pathways. Cool. Alright, so I went ahead and added a bunch of rocky edge, and I added some areas I went way into the water just to give it a little bit more realism, because that's kind of how it would, but in some areas I didn't, just to kind of help with performance wise. I don't really know how bad my performance will be affected adding all of these rocks, because as you can see, there are a whole bunch just right in this small area, so that will probably affect my frames a little bit. Already kind of jumping, but oh well. The price you pay for realism, I guess. But yeah, so I added a bunch of park lights, park benches, and then we saw the gazebos. And I think that's probably all I'm going to do for this area. Got an accident over here. Okay. What happened over here? Okay. So the next bit of detail that I want to do is I saw in Infrastructure's video, and he shouted out Sully. So if you're familiar with those two, you've probably already seen this video, and if you're not, I highly recommend you go check them out. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use developer mode, and I'm going to do these pile small low, and I am just going to use the stone small, and what we're gonna do is we're just gonna brush a bunch of stone right here along the edge. Then we'll get the garbage. Not really sure why. I guess it added a little bit more detail. And then if you were to go into your landscaping, terraforming, use the soften terrain tool, and you get it to 1%, these piles should attach to the edge like that, giving a little bit more detail. I probably should have added a little bit more before I softened. And then you have these other these gaps. So what you could do is you could go to here and get boulder. Just kind of fill in area. Obviously down here. These ones as well. Move that one. Just want to make sure got all of it over here. So you basically give it a little bit extra detail side. This is not perfect by any means. Obviously not the great example. It probably would have worked better on this edge right here. So I just want to kind of go through here and then do it. Obviously, I'm going to delete some of the lost cause. Then what you would do is you just kind of fill in gaps. Then that's when we can kind of go in with our trees and get some spruces here. Can get some and there. So you kind of get the gist of it. Adds a little bit. I obviously need to go through and clean it up a little bit more. And it kind of just adds a little bit more detail. And when you get a little bit more detail compared to this edge over here. So you can, go really, so looking at it like this, you get this detail compared to this detail over here, or this detail compared to this. So you could certainly go ahead and do all of this. And obviously this is very poor example, not well thought out, and it works definitely better if you place these piles individually, but that would take hours and don't have hours to do. So just wanted to do that. Kind of get it, make it look a little better, and then I'm off camera. I'll probably go and do the other side down here. I will probably do this here, and but that will be off camera there. So just given that extra detail over here really stands out. You can already kind of notice it. Again, like I said, not the greatest example. I would definitely highly recommend checking out Sully and Infrastructionists. I know Infrastructionists has an excellent video on how to do this, and I'm sure Sully has plenty of videos. He is just amazing at detailing, so yeah, go give them a look, and you can do it a lot better than this. But yeah, we completely filled this area out, and I'm really happy with how it turned out. It definitely feels a little bit more blended in. I think earlier when I was looking at, there's not a lot of trees here, so it's really hard to kind of visualize the end goal. And adding these trees definitely really blends it in. It definitely feels cohesive with one another. That's going to do it for today's episode. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you stuck around, make sure you give this video a like. And if you haven't done so already, be sure to subscribe to the channel and ring that bell icon to be notified when a new episode comes out. Thank you so much for watching. Goodbye.